Hi, welcome back. Got another beer for you. It's a Lively Lab series from Lively Beerworks out of Oklahoma City. First time I went to the brewery, they're actually not too far from Angry Scotsman. I believe this is their first one of their lab series. Experiments and one-offs from the minds of Lively Beerworks team. 7.5%. It's an NBD double dry hopped IPA. I believe it's an NEIPA. I did have a pour of it compared to their standard NEIPA. Had one of their coffee stouts. I think they only got 2 beers in rotation that are in cans at the moment that I've seen. I know I've reviewed at least one of them. I think it was with Brad and Casey. It's a nice little hazy one. I get like a unsweetened pineapple flesh. A little apricot. Cheers. It does taste sweeter than it smells. Let that sit in. I'll show you the can. So I'm guessing they'll do more of their lab series. I'm not sure if they're going to mix it up. If it's going to be, porter this time or stout or so forth and so on. I do believe a 6-pack was $16. A little pricey when you look at it in this aspect of being a 6-pack, but if they're doing small batches, they're going to, throw more time into it, I guess you could say, more ideas. That way they, if this kicks off and people like it, they can go on and do it on a full-on scale and charge you a lot less. I will say their tap room's pretty interesting. It's nice and open. Of course, it's COVID, so everything is open. 15-foot distance. I'm getting like a kind of a bitter, not quite ripe pineapple. A little bit of like a tangerine oil, orange oil, something around there. It doesn't taste like a 7.5%. Knocking on the door of a double IPA. It's not really dry. It's got a little bitter tinge on the tongue. That's about it. Kind of creamy, kind of a frothy kind of carbonation thing going on with it. Maybe the haziness has something to do with that. I like it. If they kicked this out in production and was charging, $13 at the most, a 6-pack, honestly I would pay $13 because you look at something like Everything Rhymes with Orange, and this, in my opinion, is a lot better. Actually has a little bit more nuts behind it. Irwa was good 5 years ago, 4 years ago, whenever they came out with it. But over the past couple of years, everybody's been doing NEIPAs and just has been really jam-packing the hops in there, the flavors. This is probably one of the better NEIPAs I've had locally. It's been a while since I've had like Magic Juice and stuff like that, and that is a double. I don't think it's that much higher. I think it's like 8.1%. And that is kind of a boozy one for me. And I like this better than that. There's other breweries I can name, but there's no sense of roasting other breweries. Especially ones in downtown Oklahoma City. I like it. If they, like I said, if they do a full production run on this, I think it'd be a good seller. I don't know what NBD stands for. I don't know, but I like it. I want to say taste sessionable in the whole alcohol department, but the flavors are pretty good. They're pretty potent for what it is. I should have looked up honestly what hops they used. Let me do that real quick. Be right back. All right, so it's brewed with Citra and Zombo, which is a new hop. I never heard of it because it's new. Citra is something I really enjoyed for a while, but some people seem to go overboard with it, and it's like biting into like orange flesh. The oily, bitter. Lively, if you're watching this, Mosaic is the way to go for me. Mosaic and like a bunch of it, so much that it burns. It's weird. I get like a coconut kind of note too, almost like there's Sabro in it. Not to the point that it actually has coconut in it, but just a little tinge. I keep looking at the can because it's a can and I don't know what else to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that a 9. All right, we'll see you.